Hi guys, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, in this episode we're going to be showing you me emptying one of the beds on the front part of the plot, which had the gooseberries and the raspberries. There is we've left 5 rosemary bushes in there, but we've took everything out, including the roses. We've cut back the dahlias. The dahlias, we had the first frost a couple of days ago. It wiped the dahlias out, so we took all the dahlias out of the plot, out the front of the plot now. We removed some lupins, and there was other things in there which we've taken out. So we've got clean canvas in this particular bed. So I'm going to show you that bed in a minute, and what we're going to be doing is planting 8 rhubarb crowns into that bed. Now I've already got a load of rhubarb at the back of the allotments, but we use a lot of it, and everybody always asks me if you got some rhubarb out, so I've decided to turn that bed into another rhubarb patch. Now a friend of mine gave me some rhubarb, and I already had 8 crowns in pots, but they was in the greenhouse. In fact, I'll show you them.
Like I say, guys, I don't put all my eggs in one basket. These are another 8 rhubarb. We've got them in these pots at the moment, but we soon can transfer them outside if we need to. So I thought I'd show you them.
So them ones, we're not going to be using them. They're the backup, okay? However, my mate Bernard, he gave me 8 more crowns. What he's been doing, he's been chopping them up, and he's been getting rid of them, putting them on the gift table. And he said to me, he said, if you want them, Mark, take them. And well, rather than paying 4 or 5 quid for a crown, got them for nothing. And I'm going to show you me setting them out. The trick is with rhubarb, you can hack them to death, but you've got to save the crown. The crown is where the rhubarb comes out of, okay? Rhubarb's almost indestructible, but if you cover the crown, they will die. The trick is to plant them so the crown is protruding above the ground. So I'm going to show you a sequence of videos now, me actually doing that, and we'll come right back after it's all been done, okay?
Well, you're probably wondering, what is that there in that wheelbarrow, Mark? Well, believe it or not, it's rhubarb, and it's been butchered, but there's at least, you see these here, these are the crowns. So as long as the clump of rhubarb has got these crowns, even though this has been, you can see the spade's gone through it and everything, as long as it's planted like that in the ground and it's about this high above the ground, this will recover and give me some lovely rhubarb. And I think it's about 8 pieces here, and where I'm going to put them is in a bed, one of the front beds. We've removed all the raspberries and some of the gooseberries and what have you. We've got 4 roses we're going to take out there in a moment, and then we're going to put these in. We're going to put 8 clumps in, and hopefully we'll get some rhubarb in the next year or 2. But I reckon by the middle of next year, we'll probably see a few pieces of rhubarb appearing. So let's go and show you where we're going to put them. Actually cleared this bed now. There was a few roses that we had in here, 4 small roses what won't come into anything. So we've removed them out, and well, we've got the wheelbarrow over there now with the rhubarb. I'm just going to set the crowns out, space them out, and see where they're going to fit, where they're going to go, and then we're going to dig them in. So let's go and get the crowns. that's the first one, and it's as you can see, the crown's just protruding. We compacted it all the way around, and well, it's first of 8, so let's crack on. Some stakes round them so I know where they are. Can't be foot just buried. Take the gloves off now. This is the peach tree, they're shedding its leaves. So there we go, guys. You probably can't see them, but we're going to put some stakes in there in a moment, so you will be able to see where they are. And hopefully in about 4 months' time, we're going to get some nice rhubarb out of there, or start to come up anyway. Go, guys. That's the finished rhubarb. We've put some canes in there so we can see where they are, and obviously we put the bottles on the top so you don't take your bloody eyes out. Acts as a rattle. Idea, it deters the birds, but it doesn't really do much. But it's you know, it's like a little comfort blanket for me to think that it might work. But it certainly stops you from losing your eye. It saved me from losing my eye over the years. And yeah, so we've got the rhubarb in there now, it's all done. Around the outsides we're going to start seeing daffodils, tulips and everything tat along the boards coming up very shortly. We left the rosemary in, the 5 bushes here, that one looks a bit iffy. But then that's all down to the poison. We've replaced all the others. We'll probably replace that one as well in the up and coming months. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, that bed now. So as you see there, we've a couple of clips there where I was actually putting the rhubarb in. I was packing it in. Now you can see there was like chunks of it, perfectly fine. Them chunks will throw out roots, and before you know it, there'll be like a big block of rhubarb suddenly appear. So we've set it out so there's 8 of them. We have got backups in the greenhouse. Like I say, I never put all my eggs in one basket, and so if one of them dies, we will replace them. If one doesn't come up, so we have got that option. The rhubarb, what's in the greenhouse, obviously I'm waiting now to see whether this rhubarb takes. If it takes, I'll give them to my neighbours, or even my brother. Put them on his plot. He's got no rhubarb, so I can give him that rhubarb. So that's the rhubarb really. Oh, the other thing I've got to do is put a picket fence right round the perimeter now. In the last video, you would have seen a load of picket fence outside my smaller shed here. It was needed a lick of paint. I've still got to do that yet.
However, we're going to put that round the perimeter of that bed to keep the rhubarb, retain the rhubarb from falling over onto the paths. Now, a friend of mine, Jim from Jim's Allotments, he did something very similar a few years back. So if you want to see that, what I'm going to do, you basically just go and pop onto his channel and look under rhubarb and in his videos, and you'll see what he's done, and he did a really good job. Well, I'm going to do something very similar to that, so yeah, go and check him out. He's a great guy, encyclopedia of gardening, that's what he is, and pretty awesome bloke. He's very, very gifted, very talented with his hands. He does all sorts of stuff, so yeah, he's worth checking out. Anyway, enough about Jim. So that was the rhubarb. I will tell you, rhubarb will last, it will grow as long as you look after it. In fact, you don't really need to look after it, just throw a bit of horse manure over it every now and again. It can last a lifetime. Point in case, when I was very young, I was about 5 or 6, I lived on a row of houses connecting to a pub called the Flatiron on Salford Precinct. Now, there's a few of you probably know the Flatiron. They've pulled it down now, but there was 4 houses adjoining it with a big walled garden. And have you ever watched the Victorian garden? It was just like that. And my father had 2 greenhouses, which was over 30 foot long. There was I think it was about 20 foot wide, and about 18 foot high. A proper green, and it was heated. They had eating like an eating system in it as well. Proper greenhouses. Okay, so you got that picture. It was fantastic, beautiful, but obviously when they was building the precinct, it all had to go. Well, just behind the greenhouses was this rhubarb patch, and I'll never forget, there's a friend of my dad's who I know now, he's still going, and he asked me, Dad, he said, could I take some of the rhubarb since they're going to be ripping your garden to shreds? He said, not a problem. He said, take what you want. Anyhow, he did. He took a load of this, and it was about 6 or 7 months ago now, I was walking past his house, and I just, not corner of my eye, seen this rhubarb in the corner. I saw him working away in his garden, and I called him over, and I says to him, I says, is that rhubarb that my old fellow give you? He said, it is. He said, it is. I said, it's over nearly 50 years. 50 years ago he gave you that. He says, yeah. He says, and every year it produces some of the finest rhubarb you could possibly taste. He said, would you like a few? So, hence the 8 rhubarb which is inside the greenhouse. So yeah, it's a true story, that. So I got some of the rhubarb that my father had growing in his back garden nearly 50 years ago. And yeah, what happened to them greenhouses, there was taken down. There was proper metal frames. It was taken down, and he gave them to one of his friends. He was giving them. He got them from a pub called the Beefeater on Lancaster Road. He had 2 of them in the garden, and they wanted to turn the garden into a car park. So my dad was he's a patron of the pub, so to speak, and they offered him the two greenhouses, and he took them. So yeah, that's a true story, that. Anyway, I was looking at my flag yesterday, and it was looking really, really shabby. So I popped home and I got myself another flag, got my screwy gun, and we've come back and we've give the flagpole a lick of paint, and I sat there for half an hour. Well, actually sat there for an hour watching it dry, but eventually it dried, and we mounted the flag on the pole and we've put it back up. So I'm going to show you a clip of me doing all that now. This is something very important I've got to do today, and that's change that flag. I've got my new one here, and well, we're going to be taking that down in a minute and putting the new one up, identical. As you can see, that one's all ripped to shreds now. Once the black bit goes, that's when we replace them. But yeah, it took an hammering over the last 12-14 months, that. think it was about 14 months ago we replaced it. We've had about 20 different storms, even had an hurricane, and well, all these winds caused the flag to tear, and well, it's time to replace it. It's a lovely winter's morning, time's 9 o'clock, and I'm going to be taking the flag down in a moment or two and giving it a lick of paint, believe it or not. I'm going to paint the pole. That's if I can get the paint out, and away we go. So I'll be right back in a minute. I'm just going to get me drill to unbolt it all and what have you. Well, we'll just take the flag down now, unscrew these. Oops, that don't feel so clever. There we go. Right, we've got the flag. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cut it off the pole. Oh bloody hell! Nearly fell on me then. We'll cut the flag off, and then what we'll do then, we'll paint the pole, and then we'll put it back up. Well, we could have done that better, couldn't we? It's a frayed bit, unfortunately. Can't believe that's still wet. It's been wet that for over, oh god, about 4 weeks. In that plastic bag it's kept itself moist. So what we've got to do now is find the bloody opening on the bucket. Right, where are we? Yeah, we won't be able to put the flag up straight away, we're just going to have to let it dry for a bit, the pole, and we'll put it up in a bit. Well, there you go guys, there's the Jolly Roger flying again, once again over my plot, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Brand spanking new flag, and yeah, should last a couple more years until the weather tears it down. So yeah, with that we're gonna end this clip, but yeah, beautiful blue skies there, A lovely November the 6th. Gentle breeze, brilliant sunshine. Time to get some stuff done. So there you go, the flag is flying gracefully again over my plot. It has done from the very early days of when I actually started my allotment, and you probably see it in 99.99% of all my videos. It'll be somewhere in the video, flapping away, and it's great for telling the way the wind's blowing as well. At the moment I've got a southerly wind blowing, that's north, the wind's blowing it that way. Now it's going east, got a westerly wind, the wind's swirling at the moment. It's a bit drizzly out there as well, so I was going to go and plant these alliums here. Now I wanted to show you all these bulbs what I bought. However, with it being drizzly outside, the last thing I want to do is get all the bulbs wet. They're all in the back of my car, and we filled the car to the top. We've got thousands. Now I've already planted about 1,200 of these bulbs in all my planters and all my hanging baskets. I've got a few videos I'm going to show you. Well, showing you me doing the conical which is at hanging baskets last episode, and well, we've done all of them. They've all got flowers in, all the crocuses, irises, you name it, they're all in there. And these alliums here, I think one's called Purple Sensation, the other one is Affluence, and the other one is Christopher, and I can't think I've said that right. But I've got these, I'm going to be planting these out, and what I'm waiting for is this bloody drizzle to give up, and I'm going to put them in the beds outside, so I'll show you that again. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We've got to get all these bulbs out, and we've got to get them into the beds. I've got cleared all my beds now on the front of the plot. I haven't shown you me doing that yet. We've introduced, which I didn't mention in the about the rhubarb bed, we had a load of leaf mulch in there and chicken manure and what have you. But the bed just next to it, we also worked on that, and we've put we can't dig anything into the ground. We put a load of old rotted down horse manure onto that, and what we're hoping is through the winter months the worms will come up, they'll drag it down into the ground, the rain will soak it, you know, and that'll feed all my red, white and black currants. So and that's the only way really to add nutrients into that, so you can't dig around the roots. So that's the best way. Horse manure, chicken manure, well rotted down chicken manure is the way to go. The beds that I'm going to be putting all these bulbs in, we've cleared them out as well. We just got a few bushes in the beds. I will be showing you these in the next episode. We'll just take it step by step. But we're going to pile in all the tulips and the daffodils. We've got at least 30 different varieties of the tulips and daffodils, and we're going to throw them all in one bed, maybe two beds, and it will look, come April, January, April, March, April, that time, maybe a bit sooner, because the climate at the moment is it's changing so much. We might even get them earlier, so it'll look absolutely glorious, hopefully on the front part of the plot. But yeah, that I'll show you them again. Sometime I'll do a video sometime this week. I can't not put them out because they're just starting to actually come out the bulbs. And as I was saying in the last episode, that's what the shops look for. As soon as they start to see the top of the shoot poking out the bulbs, to get rid of the whole lot as fast as they can for as cheap as they can. And that's when you get your bargains. So that's it for this one, and like I said, I'll show you them hopefully when it's not drizzling outside as it is now. So I've got a few things to do in here. I've got to swing the camera around here. I've got a load of seeds and pots to be filling. and catch you in the next one, guys. So thanks for watching and subscribing and leaving your comments. Bye for now.